Welcome back everybody. Just admiring our empty cow barn. One day it might have a few cows in, hopefully. Anyway, we've got plenty to be getting on with. Now obviously our tractor has got rather dirty over the last few episodes, and I have been recommended, because I was a little bit worried that some of the in-game items were too modern. I've been recommended this by two of my subscribers, so thank you Shane and Graham. I won't say your surnames just in case you don't want me to. It's this garden hose, which I think is going to be, you know, quite fitting for our sort of theme. It's sort of old school, isn't it, having to wash it with a hose. And I thought, look, if we chose this area here, it's nice and open, a pretty good area to wash our vehicles. So I'm going to try and place that there. Hopefully that worked okay. Let's go and have a check. That looks pretty cool. Look, sponge and bucket as well. Fantastic. And even the post is a little bit rusty. I've no idea how far this stretches. We'll soon find out. Let's give it a test. So it goes that far. That's pretty good though. So let's get our fence in here to be washed. And give it a little test out. So we'll have a nice area there to pull into, which is pretty smart. Get our hose out. Happy days. A little bit of paintwork chipped off there, look. We can sort that out when we take it into our workshop, but we don't desperately need to do that yet. So the dirt is coming off. This part's obviously the cedar. I'm well impressed with that. Thank you very much guys for suggesting that. Because that's the thing with Mod Hub, some things like this aren't really under specific categories, so like cedars and tractors, small tractors, so it's easy to miss these things. If you haven't spotted them when they first come out, then you know you can be hunting for ages to find something like that. Obviously you've got the search bar on Mod Hub, which does help, but I wouldn't have really thought about putting in hose. Right, so this cedar, can we pick that up with our hands? Let's just try. No, so that's obviously too heavy. Right, so what we're going to do, let's move our plough over to there. Again, when we use these, I'll give them a wash off. I may even give them a wash off camera at the end of the episode. So this cedar can go just up there next to the planter. That would make sense. That's the wall there. Something like that. That would do for now. Right, we're going to leave the fence there because we need to fertilise our wheat field, and also we've got some pesky weeds growing already in the potato field. So if we have a quick look on the map, so they're both growing. This needs fertilising, and then as you can see we've got lovely weeds down there. So we're going to do the fertilising first. We'll jump in the lizard. That, hopefully, I think that should be enough fertiliser for us. Let's go in cab. Oh, look at their weeds, isn't it? Right in front of us. We've obviously let them grow too much. So yeah, we'll tackle this first and then we'll go over and sort the weeds out. Now obviously we're going to have to buy a weeder, but I already have something in mind. Right, I'm going to start in this bottom corner and try and sort of go up and down, I think. So off we go. So this shouldn't take us too long. But still makes me smile when I see the mushrooms there in this field. Lovely feature. But it seems so long ago when we chopped all the trees down and cleared this area. And look at us now. Growing our second crop in this field. Anyway, let's get this done and dusted. So we didn't quite have enough fertiliser, I had to go and get some more. But we've just got this tiny little bit left to do. And then that should be that field fertilised. And then it'll be time to tackle those weeds. So there you go, let's just double check. Excellent. Fertilised. In fact, that is that fully fertilised? I think it is. I can't see properly. So let's go and put our fertiliser back, and then we'll need to pop up to the shop and get ourselves a weeder. So I used some different bags to fill up our fertiliser spreader just a second ago, and they were also recommended to me by Rusty Money Gaming, friend of the channel, and I'll show you them a second in the store, because if you're not familiar with them, they're pretty handy. Again, ideal for this scenario that we're in, because I just think it's a lot better to be filling up with the bags by hand than just filling up against a big bag or a big pallet. So if we go in our store, they're under pallets, and you can buy the single bags like that, It says €5 there, but that does depend on what you have. So for instance, the seed bag there, they're all 50 litres. So that's going to cost you €20. So the I think €5 is something like, what was €5? There it is, sheep food. It's probably just a bag of grass. But yeah, we've got all sorts in there, so brilliant. And obviously all different prices. And there's pallets of them if you're obviously, but we're not going to be using them on that, on this gameplay series. So yeah, thanks for that, Rusty. So let's head on up to the shop and get ourselves a weeder. We'll get to view the dirty weeds as we drive past. Look at them. We should be okay driving on there with these tyres. I will double check. I'll just go over it sort of gingerly and just test the water. I think we should be fine. So the little weeder that I've found, obviously when the weeds get to that big stage like that field was earlier, then we can use our sprayer with herbicide. But when they're in the sort of infant stage, if you want to call it that, we need to get ourselves a weeder. We're already on weeders, and it is this fella here, the Lizard Grazer. So there's no options. It's 4 meter wide, but again I think it's pretty old school and vintage looking. It's a bit of a shame we can't change the colouring, but that's not too bad. I quite like that. In fact, it probably pretty much go the colours with this tractor. So €700 for that. Let's purchase that, and that should be sat just there. Perfect. And then we'll hook up like so. I don't have access to this land. Okay. Right. Just realised I've been driving around with no beacons on. It's very naughty. So let's get over to the potatoes and see what we can do. Right, that can go off now. So it just should be a case of unfolding. Yes, because the potatoes haven't even started sprouting through yet. And then it should just be a case of lowering that down, and then as we go over it should drag those weeds out. Perfect. One thing I didn't really look at was the horsepower. Yeah, it says 80 horsepower. That's okay, because oh no, we're only 45, aren't we? Well, it seems to be working okay. It's probably a little bit slower than what it should be. The old wheel's spinning at the back. That's working okay. I'm happy with that. I didn't even think to check that. I just went straight ahead with that weeder. That seems to be working okay. What is the top speed on that? It doesn't say, does it? It doesn't give a working speed. I think that's pretty fine myself. 4 miles an hour. We can live with that. The wheels are spinning away though. But it's working, that is the main thing. There was a couple of other ones I spotted on Mod Hub, but I just thought this looked a bit more vintage looking. It is struggling a little bit, but I guess when we get on a larger field, it's going to be probably a little bit worse, isn't it? Where this field isn't very big, it's not so bad. But it will do for now. Come on, can we get to 5 miles an hour? No, we're dipping to between 3 and 4. I'll probably have another look on Mod Hub to see what we can come up with. But, oh, missed that. Let's go back. So probably one more pass through after this one, and that should do it. It is doing the trick though. That is the main thing. Last few to do. Almost there. And there it is. We are weed free. I might try and make this area just a little bit nicer, get rid of some of these bushes. So I think we'll drop the weeder off. Only around that field. I'm not going to tinker around with anything else because I think it's sort of still in keeping with the theme that we've got. So where is this going to live? We've got loads of storage space. I'll tell you what, let's put this in this shed. This can live somewhere over here, like that, for now. We'll have a bit of a shuffle round later on, because we have got tons of storage space. I think we'll give this tractor a little blast off as well, because they have worked very hard. I must say, I'm well impressed with this hose. Fantastic recommendation. This one isn't actually as dirty as the Fent was, but we'll give it a quick go over. A little lizard logo there. Right, thank you very much. So yeah, let's go over and just make this area a little bit more appealing, I guess. So we're going to landscaping mode. Hopefully it won't cost us too much money. It's mainly just all these weeds down here by the end of this field. I was probably just going to put a bit of grass down, which is obviously there. So if we went something like that, it's probably going to look a bit odd, the grass, to start with. What I've got to be careful of is we don't go into our potatoes. So once we harvest them, I'll probably come back in and finish that area off. So if we try and stay away from those, it should eventually all blend in. So that's looking a bit better already, isn't it? Maybe just along this edge as well. Again, not getting too close to our field. Something like that. And the same up here. Yeah, if I come over, is that gonna... Ooh, that might have just affected the spuds there. And if we go down, can we get through there a little bit? Yeah, that's something like that. It's just a sort of rough idea. It's just going to tidy it up a little bit more. Like so. And like I say, when we harvest the spuds, I'll come in and I'll sort them out as well. Might nip into that field a little bit, but that's not too bad. So I think we'll probably leave it there for that episode. Nice short and sweet one, but we've done what we needed to do and what had to be done. So next episode, well, we'll probably have some more weeds coming up on the wheat field, and then we'll see what happens from there. But I think once we've got some wheat, I think we'll get some chickens, so that'd be pretty smart. So yeah, we'll leave it there, I think. So hope you have all enjoyed the episode. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.